What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a wonderful day, and thank you again for joining me in another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we've got the turn attack, or turn-based attack. That's a tongue twister right there. Tournament, right? And I gotta say, guys, the points for this one are a little more complex, I guess. I tried plugging them into Sephira's calculator. After that, finding out that the calculator isn't tuned for this, but he is currently working on trying to get it done. But I am going to show you two runs. One is going to be a kind of crazy team that gets it done in half the time that this one does, or half the turns. And then we're going to do another run where the turns are increased and the points aren't really that different. So basically, for this, I'm going to showcase the team because I promised you guys that I would, but you don't really have to follow it per se. But let's get into the runs. All right, so don't go too crazy on me. This is just a team I want to showcase that does it roughly in about the same turns that my main account does or this is my main account, I should say, but it does it in hard mode, right? So let's go ahead and start off. I'm not going to explain everything because this isn't the team I want to showcase. We go Seer. And I mean, it's really hard because you're really not going to get a super low turn unless, you have some crazy OP gear. Like if your Seer is going first and each one's got like 3 buffs, and you have her fully awakened, I don't even think at that point she can one-shot all the waves. And I mean, my Seer is built pretty good, right? She's at like 315 crit damage. So, all right, let's go with the A3 here. Newt, go ahead. All right, weak affinity, that's a problem. Go ahead, A1, reset. Lydia, Newt, 1, 2, 3. Seer blows up, 19 turns, 37 points. So I don't think this is going to be worth it, in my opinion, if you're doing stage 20, which is a shame. It is a big shame because, these turn-based events they yield some pretty good rewards, right? But let's real quick bring up my calculator here. And let's see, I need 6,300 points, right? Divided by 37 points that I would get from each run. I have to do 170 runs. Times that by 16 energy. Whoops. So we have 170 runs. Times that by 16 energy. Why do I keep doing that again? 170 runs times that by 16 energy. There we go. It's 2,720 energy. So that's basically 2 days worth of energy. Now, the rewards may be better if you can, have the dungeon divers along with it, and those rewards may be a little bit better, so it might make it worth it. But as of right now, this event for me is not a great one unless you're farming hard mode. But let's get into the next one. All right, so we're on Steven's account, and this account's not too crazy, right? We're not working with any crazy OP gear, crazy OP legendaries. It is a decent account, a lot to where most of the community is going to be. So we are using Royal Guard, we're using Zargala, Renegade, Artak, and Coldheart. Coldheart could be replaced by Newt if you have him, but do be mindful that Newt is going to be weak affinity, so it could possibly be not worth it, right? You could basically bring any other enemy max HP. Probably a Husk would be better, right? But let's get into the run real quick. Now, I did get a request last time to kind of show this run manual at a slower speed, so we're going to try it this time. Hopefully, you guys are okay with that. Please try not to kill me. All right, so Renegade's going to open up with her A2. Then we are going to have Zargala open up with her A3. Artak is going to open up with the A2. Royal Guard is going to come in with the A2, and so is our girl Coldheart. Now, it's basically going to attack anybody. Now, when this is on full auto, this team is full auto, but when Zargala comes in with her A2, she's going to pick somebody she can kill, right? Because she'll want to activate her A3 afterwards. So she'll pick whatever she can kill. Now you can see right there, she immediately went right after that, and then we didn't actually get hit with an extra turn because it's an instant ability, right? Which is great. Then Artak's going to go with the A2, Royal Guard A1. Now we get Renegade to reset, right? And then again, rinse and repeat, same thing. Zargala A3, Artek A3, Royal Guard A2. And the more and more I think about it, a Husk would probably be a little bit better on this as opposed to the Cold Heart, because if he comes in with his A2, right, he'll help get those ads down a little easier. So then that way, when Zargala comes in right now, she would just have everybody down completely, right? Again, it's basically everybody's going to do what they have to. A1 for Artek, A1 for Renegade. The nice part about bringing Zargala in is she does have a weekend, so we can get a little bit of extra damage, right? Royal Guard A1, and then so now we have decreased defense and weekend up at the same time. Cold Heart will come in with her Heartseeker, right? So right now we got the Dragon at about 60%. Artak comes in with the A3. Renegade A1 again. Zargala is going to have her A1 up at all times. We're not going to use anything else. We get A2 with Renegade. Artak goes with A2. Zargala now is going to go with the A3. Royal Guard A1. Okay, now this is the part where we're at 36 turns. We're going to reset everybody's ability. Artak's going to come right in. Unfortunately, we did not get the HP burn up, which is what it is. Right, now Royal Guard's going to come in. A2, Cold Heart, A3, boom, 41 turns, 31 points. Now you can see compared to the last one where it was about 22 points, we basically lost 6-7 points. So is it really worth it to try to go super OP? No. Let me just check right here. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Now I'm going to do one more run to show you guys the RNG that might be in it and kind of showcase what happens if you go a little bit over, right? So we're just going to let this fully play out. But the points on this are kind of, I don't know what they changed, but they're not the same as before, right? With Spider, we were able to farm it in, some cases as low as 2 turns, which was pretty big. In other cases, we were able to farm it with as much as like 6 or 7 turns in some stages, right? But we were consistently getting a decent amount of points. Now here is going to be a little bit of a, hopefully some RNG in our favor. There we go. Okay, so this is actually going to work well because we are going to get a little more turns. So it looks like we'll probably be at about 55 turns, hopefully a little more, because we got 31 when we came in at 40, right? Now we're going to be 57 turns. We got 29. So is it really worth it to come in and, build a specific team for it? I don't think so. I think the team I showcased earlier, which is the one team to beat all, will definitely work, right? We'll hold on to those gloves. Let's see, actually, let's put that team in real quick, which was this one right here. So we'll just run it. And, obviously they're going to be crazy turns, but it is what it is. So again, it's not going to be a huge difference for you guys. We're 12 turns. It's fine. I just kind of want to see what the end point will be and what you're going to get for points. Right? Deacon's just kind of coming in. So 29 points thus far. So if we clear it, let's say 65, 70 points, I think we'll probably be at like 28. The bigger thing is it really worth it to do this dungeon, right? Is it worth to really do this event? Because the points that you're gonna get back aren't really that great. I don't think that they're worth it, right? So we're at 57 turns thus far. Okay, 62. I guess you could put in Zargala in this one instead of Deacon, but Royal Guard comes in. Heartseeker. Okay. 28 turns at 73, 28 points at 73 turns. So I don't really think you need to go out of your way and do this, guys. Honestly, I feel like this event's probably going to be a skip unless you're doing hard mode, because it's going to require too much energy. You know what? Let's pull up my calculator real quick. Let me see here. All right, so we need, most accounts are between 53 to 50 to 6,300. So we'll go 6,300, right? Because that's where some people will be. Divided by, let's say, 30 points, whoops, is going to be 210 runs, right? So 210 runs by, what is it, 16 energy. You're going to need to spend 3,400 energy to complete this. I don't think it's worth it, guys. I really don't. Not for a Prism Shard, not for an Ancient Book, Epic Book. The rewards for this are not really worth it. You're going to have to put too much stuff in. Now, there's also a Dungeon Divers that's going to be starting tomorrow, or by the time this video gets released, it will already be active, but maybe then it might be a little more worth it depending on what kind of points you get. So it's basically, you're looking at like 2.5 days of using your energy for this, which kind of locks it in. The only good part, which I feel why Plarium probably made the points like this, is we do have a 3x speed, right? And speed gear is very essential to early game accounts. So for me, I mean, I'm going to farm the hard mode dungeon on my main account. We will be doing a little bit on Steven's account, you know, trying to get some speed gear because we need it. But that's because we have 240,000 energy. But for you, it may not be worth it. Take a look at what the rewards are. You know, I want to say, even if you have a solo farmer and he doesn't 100 turns, you're probably better off, because then you're triple dipping between the dungeon divers, you're triple dipping between the dragon, and you're getting the points for the champion training. So if you want to see a build for like a Bad Alcazar, or what you need to do a solo build with, I'll link it at the end of this video. But yeah, you know, my suggestion for you guys is just you know, don't go too crazy on it. Farm out what you can if you have it, but I would not spend too many resources. I would definitely, though, do the champion training to get that Lego book. It is pretty easy to obtain that, and the rewards for that are much better than this. Okay, so the first up on the list is going to be Royal Guard, and we actually rebuilt him from the last video. We were able to farm out some stuff from Fire Knight, which gave us some pretty good upgrades. So we did put him in a Savage set. Again, it's not going to be needed. If you could build better stats, then go for it. But, you know, end game, we do start building him in Savage sets. So, 32k HP, 2.2k attack. We don't really care about the attack. It doesn't really help us other than his A1 and A3. We really care about the money shot, which is A2. 1.4k defense. If you can beef that up, go for it. You know, make it a all-around better build long term. 197 speed. He does need to go before Cold Heart, so he's either got to be 1 speed ahead of her, or if they're both going to be the same speed, you need to make sure that he's placed ahead in the turn order. 110 crit rate, right? A little overkill, but it is what it is. 236 crit damage, 122 resist. We don't really care about the resist, and 245 accuracy. We do want the accuracy. We do have him fully booked, right? We did go with cruelty. Now there is, I guess you could take, where is it here? I think it's lethal, no, not lethal dosage. You could take crushing rend, but that's, you know, cruelty is going to be better off if you have it. Masteries, we did go and change them. We did have War Masters, so we had gone down the standard War Master tree, but we did go down and take Flawless Execution, right? And then we did actually take Lord of Steel and Master Hexer. So the Cold Heart, we did actually manage to kind of rebuild her. We got some better upgrades for some of the other champions, so we were able to swap some gear around. We had her in some broken sets, but we did put her in a Swift Parry set. Not needed, again. We have her at 35k HP almost, 2.4k attack, 1300 defense, 197 speed. Again, remember, she needs to go after Royal Guard, so make sure you take that into account. 108 crit rate, 261 crit damage, and 187 accuracy. The accuracy is a little low. I do want to pick that up. Skills wise, we do have her fully booked with Phantom Touch. And then we went down to Flawless Execution, Cycle of Magic, and Sniper. As for Artek, we still have him in the same build as before, right? He's in a Regeneration and a Modal set. As for the build, he is at 54k HP, 3.3k defense, 203 speed. We don't care about crit rate or crit damage. We have him at 173 resistance. If you can build some more in, go for it. If not, don't worry about it. 236 accuracy. And as for skills, we do have him fully booked, right? If you have a blessing, you're obviously going to go with Brimstone. And then for masteries, we did actually change the masteries up. We did have Unshakable, but we went down to War Master to help us consistently bring down those waves, right? We did take Cycle of Magic, Lore of Steel, Sniper, and Master Hexer. So Zargella is basically having the gear from what Royal Guard did, and she's in a Swift Parry and Accuracy set. You don't really need it, right? So we have it built at 34k HP, 3.7k attack, 1.4k defense, 206 speed, 109 crit rate, 199 crit damage, and 267 accuracy, right? She is first in the turn order, so you want to make sure she goes first, obviously. Second, I should say, sorry. We have Renegade, that's first. We do have it fully booked, right? Blessing, if you had it, would be Cruelty. Masteries, we did go down to War Master. Now, Kill Streak is one of those ones that you want to take, right? It does stack up, and she will be killing some champions, so you want to be able to try to beef up the amount of damage that she can do, right? It'll help you get the second wave down a lot easier and more consistent. As for the support tree, we went down to Cycle of Magic, Lore of Steel, and Sniper. Renegade is built in a high EHP set, right? So we just care about keeping her healthy, tanky, and fast. We have her built in a double speed set. She is currently at 43k HP, 2000 defense, 238 speed. We don't care about anything else. You can put some accuracy in it. It does help on other dungeons, but not necessary. As for skills wise, she is fully booked. We did take Phantom Touch on her. It's probably the best one to take. And for masteries, we went all the way down to War Master. We did go down on the support tree and we took Cycle of Magic along with Evil Eye and Master Hexer and Sniper, right? So that's pretty much about it, guys. That's all the builds. Hopefully this helped you. If it did, give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And let me know, are you guys going for this event or not? Personally, myself, I know we have the 3x speed going on, which is the only reason I would suggest you do it. But I would not go crazy, right? Trying to make sure that you're going to get enough pieces on a 3x speed that your account's going to need is really not a... it's really not going to happen unless you're spending like thousands of energy. So, but yeah, as always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.